Hi, I'm Sally Thibault. In this video today, we're going to be talking intermittent fasting, intuitive eating, how to make it all work over Christmas. Do you know, I've been practicing intuitive eating now for well over 3 decades, and I'm seeing now this kind of push to intuitive eating losing some of the true essence of what it is. In a nutshell, intuitive eating is separating a physiological need from an emotional need. And let's face it, for those of us who have dieted or restrictive eaten throughout our lives, that ability to do that is often lost, and we tend to become emotional eaters. I'm a great believer also, for every diet, there's an equal and opposite binge just waiting to happen. So our ability to trust our body in making choices for it can be lost over those years of following restrictive eating patterns. But the essence of intuitive eating is that it's intentional. And it's about setting an intention for what you really want. Now, as I've aged, my intentions have changed in this process of intuitive eating. Right now, it's about eating for longevity and aging well. So that's my focus. Everything that I do is based on that premise. How does my body feel when I eat certain foods? Does it give me energy? Does it slow me down? Does it create inflammation? That's what I'm focusing on at the present time. What I tend to see people doing with intuitive eating is they think they can just eat anything they want. There's a lot of work that goes in intuitive eating, and it's really the ability to get out of your head and trust your body. And that's why I created the 4-step methodology, the lighter methodology to eating intuitively. And I'm going to quickly run through those. I have done another video on it, and there should be a link somewhere up here that'll take you to it, which goes a little bit more in depth in it. But just quickly, what it is, 4 aspects. Number 1, it's individual. So what you're doing is getting very in touch with your individual needs. And I always start with, I now allow myself to eat anything I want, asking that question. So you're allowing yourself, you're beginning to trust in your body again to make the decisions for you. Now, I found the trigger words for many people are allow and want. 2 trigger words, especially for those who have restricted eating. And for many people, for my clients, when I'm teaching them about intuitive eating, this is a lot of work around this particular step, is the triggers around the word want, not need, and allow, giving yourself permission to do it. Number 2 is the intuitive part, where you ask your body, not your head, your body, what does my body really need and want at this time? Number 3, and this is where, this is what I call the intentional part. This is where you affirm the choices that you make. So you set the intention first. What do I want to achieve? What do I want really? And then the 3rd aspect is I choose to honor the choices my body makes, so that you're not beating yourself up about the choices. And finally is where you acknowledge, or the informed part. So this is where you get in tune with how certain foods make you feel. As I mentioned, because my intention is to eat well for longevity and energy, I'm very, very attuned and aware of how certain foods make me feel. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to have some French fries if we go out for dinner and there's someone, that comes with the meal, or an ice cream if I feel like it. It's just that I acknowledge that I'm actually probably not going to feel well after it. I always think that French fries and that type of fried food is always a great idea at the time, never makes you feel good. But that's a choice. And I choose to not have foods that don't make me feel good, and sometimes I do. One of the ones that really, and I'll just quickly explain to you, one of the ones that's really impacts on me a lot is dairy, which broke my heart when I figured it out. I love cheese. Love, love, love it. But it doesn't make me feel good after I eat. It creates inflammation in my body. I feel sluggish. I feel slow. My face is puffy. My hands are puffy. So it's a choice. I make the choice based on my intentions. And intuitive eating is getting in tune and kind of lining up your mind, heart, and body. It's a whole being approach. And a lot of people say to me, well, if I practice intuitive eating, does that mean I can eat anything I want? Well, if you're continually eating junk food and foods that aren't good for you, that's not intuition. Your intuition keeps you safe, remember. How many times have you trusted your intuition, thank goodness, and you haven't, invested in something or gone down that path, or you knew that person wasn't a good person? That's your intuition. So your intuition isn't going to want you to eat foods that don't make you feel good. It just isn't. That's conditioning. That's what you believe about yourself. That's the value of yourself. And it doesn't mean that you have to eat clean or eat well all the time. It's just for the majority of time, you're making these decisions based on how you want to feel. It's got to be a whole approach. Now, the second aspect of that is, well, where does intermittent fasting fit in there? Well, as I mentioned in the video just prior to this one, intermittent fasting makes me feel better, gives me more energy, gives me clarity of thought. And, for years I ate breakfast because I just thought that was what you were supposed to do. I never felt good eating breakfast, and I hated cereal. And I got sick of eggs. It was that I was buying into that dogma that told me I had to have breakfast. I know I feel better when I intermittent fast, as long as you practice intermittent fasting correctly. So that's how intuitive eating and intermittent fasting work together. It's you're setting the intention for what you want most. So what's your intention? What do you want to feel? Who do you want to be? And the food choices that you're making, are they enhancing that intention? That's what you want to uncover. And how does it fit at Christmas? Perfectly. If you're standing beside the buffet, we don't have buffets anymore, but if you're standing with, in front of the kitchen table buffet and everybody's laid out their food, somebody's bought foods, ask yourself while you're standing there, what does my body really feel? I allow myself to eat anything I want. What does my body really feel like? Not, I'm going to eat everything I can because, I'll get started again tomorrow. Or not, I'm not going to, we only have this once a year, so I'm going to eat it. What does your body want? Not your head, remember. What does your body want? And trust that. And eat and enjoy. Enjoy it. Savor it. Slow down. Other aspect to intuitive eating. Slow down. Enjoy the food, enjoy the plum pudding, enjoy the turkey stuffing, enjoy the hollandaise sauce, enjoy the chocolate covered almonds, enjoy them. Don't inhale them. I hope this has helped. Let me know. I'll be sharing a few more videos over the holidays about how you can keep your energy levels up and your weight down over the holidays. So click on the link to subscribe if you haven't already, and please leave me a comment below. If you have any questions about, I still don't think I get a handle on this, can pop me a comment and share with somebody who might be struggling with restricted or disordered eating over Christmas, and you want to give them permission to really enjoy it. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.